Hey there, Long Hollow group leaders. This is Hamilton, the content specialist at the church, and today we're going to be taking a look at an alternative to Google Hangouts that you can use to do video conferencing and have life groups and D groups from afar, but still be together. So as we were looking through Google Hangouts and reading some of your comments and things like that, we were noticing that there's a limit to the number of people that can be in one Google Hangout at a time. So if you're looking to have more than 10 people, 10 computers or phones connected to a Google Hangout, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. But there's an alternative, and it's a free alternative, but it's got one catch that I'll talk about later. This alternative is called Zoom. So with Zoom, what you're going to want to do is come here. I just did a Google search for Zoom download, and it was the very first link that popped up for me. If it's not the first link that pops up for you, you can scroll down and find something that looks like Download Center. And when you click on this, it's going to take you to this. This is the Zoom. This is on the Zoom website. It is their Download Center, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of different options that might look a little bit overwhelming at first. But it's not a big deal. What you're looking for is Zoom client for meetings, because what you're looking to do is have a meeting. So if you are on a Mac, then this will pop up automatically with the version that you need. Right now I'm filming this on a Windows desktop, so this is the correct version that I need. But they have clients for both Mac and Windows. And so if you just come here and click on download, then it will start downloading, and you can find the download just up in your downloads folder or wherever you keep that on your computer. It'll probably pop up automatically, honestly. But I already have it downloaded because Zoom is actually what we use for all of our inter-office communication while we're working remotely. So when you download the Zoom meeting client, that's what this window is right here. This is the Zoom meeting client, and it gives me all kinds of options. Zoom is incredibly powerful. It is like an entire office all in one program, but you don't necessarily have to use it that way. Especially if you're going to be using the free version, because I'm not sure like what the limits of all of the features are if you're not using a paid version. But with the free version, I do know this. I know that you can have up to, I believe it is 100 people in a Zoom meeting at the same time. So when you download the Zoom client right here, that's just the thing that we downloaded right here from the Zoom download store. When you download this Zoom client, what you're going to see is you'll probably have some tabs up here. But if you're brand new to it, then you won't have anything in any of those tabs because you won't be connected to an organization or anything like that. It'll just be your personal page. Another thing you will probably have to, before you can get to this page, you can see up here that I'm logged on, right? If you do not have a Zoom account, they are free. You don't have to pay anything to have a Zoom account, and you can just sign in with your email address. I don't believe that it has to be, it does not have to be a Google account. You don't even have to use an email address. You could log in with your Facebook, so it's really easy to create a Zoom account, and you'll get a prompt for that as soon as you launch this client for the first time. Now, once you have downloaded this and either created an account or logged in, then you can come up here and click on the Home button, and you will get a screen that looks like this. There's not a lot on it. It's really nice and pleasing to the eye because there's lots of white space. And if you're going to be starting a life group or a D group meeting, what you want to do is come over here, click on New Meeting. Now, the same thing is going to happen that happened yesterday with my camera because I'm using I'm using the camera for something else, so you won't see my face, but you'll just have to trust me that it's working. It's gonna right now. It's giving me an option to. Oh, what happened? All right, here we go. It's giving me an option to join this meeting with computer audio, and it's probably going to give you that too. I'm just going to click join with computer audio because that is what I have everything, running through anyway. You can see down here this little microphone. As I'm speaking, you can see the little green bar going up and down. That means that it's receiving my information. If you have your, just the webcam on your laptop or on your phone even, it will pop up with your picture right here. And this, just like in the Google Hangouts, this is your meeting space. It is already created. The only thing that you have to do is invite people. So inviting people is simple. You just click on invite and it'll pop up with this. It's a very similar window to the Google Hangouts window, but you can invite people to your meeting either by selecting them from your contacts, or you can send them an email invitation, or you can copy the URL of the meeting. Now, this is probably going to be the easiest one if you don't have everybody's email address, because you can just copy the URL. It says the invitation URL has been copied to the clipboard, and then you can paste that URL that it copied automatically into any group messaging threads that you have going on. It's just going to drop a link, just like with Google Hangouts. It's going to drop your members a link that when they click on it, it will take them and fill them in on this meeting space. And then as they join the call, you will see their faces start to pop up in the window. It's extremely simple. Now, I do believe that they need to create a Zoom account if they're going to join a Zoom call. But if you give them a link, then it will either, when they click on it, either on their computer or on their phone, it will either launch the Zoom app if they already have it, or it will take them to a place where they can download it. So they don't have, you don't have to give them instructions for how to do anything like that. They can basically just follow the links and then follow the instructions that the links tell them to do. Now, with Zoom, they have all kinds of packages for paid accounts. You do not need to have a paid account to use Zoom. You can use Zoom without paying any money at all, and it will give you a meeting space like this. You will be able to have a chat window where you can type messages to each other. You can send each other files. You can drop links to videos. You can share your screen. You can do all kinds of really powerful things with Zoom. But with a free account, there is a tiny little caveat. And you can hear my dog drinking in the background. There is one tiny little caveat with a free Zoom account, and that's that your meeting space will only be active for 45 minutes. So if you're using a free account, you can have 45-minute long meetings. Now you can have multiple 45-minute long meetings. You can meet for 45 minutes, and then if you're not done hanging out with each other, you can go take a bathroom break, refill your water, pour some coffee, and then just start another Zoom call. So that's an option that you can do. Or if you already have a Zoom account, like maybe through work, and it is a paid account, then you obviously don't have to worry about that. But this is all that it takes to create a Zoom call. And again, you can invite people by just clicking on that invite button and then either selecting their name from your contacts. If they're in your email contacts, you can send them an email invitation, or you can copy the invitation or the invitation URL. Either one of them will work. And I'll show you what that looks like when you paste it right here. So when I copied it, this is what all I did was hit copy, and it pasted this. It says join Zoom meeting, and then it gives them this URL. This is the URL that they will be looking for. And if they click on this URL, either in your Facebook message or your GroupMe or your email thread, whatever it is that you use to communicate with your group, then this link will take them to this meeting space. And that's all there is to it. So thank you for your comments and for the things that you have been saying and how flexible you've been being. We're still always on the hunt for new ways to help us meet together. So if Zoom is something that's going to work out better for you because you have more than 10 people, then by all means use Zoom. And if you have any trouble or if you need help with anything, we are always available. And if we have the answer, we will tell you. If we don't have the answer, then we will help you find the answer. So thank you for all the interactions and for how great you've been being and how flexible you've been with us and with each other during this time when we're socially distant but still fostering great community together. Thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, just reach out. It won't be any problem. It will be our joy to answer. Thanks.